So obviously I start with my chicken, and the vegetables that you can use really varies. It depends on your own personal taste. I personally go for vegetables in season. So I've got sweet potato, broccoli, I've got onion, mushrooms, I've got butter. I'll put a list of ingredients that I'm using, but to start off with, I always like to wash my chicken and obviously pat it down, and then I like to season my chicken. So with this casserole, I'm going to be using cayenne pepper and paprika. So I quite heavily spice it because I like it, and then I douse it in olive oil. I love my oil, and don't burn your face like I just did. Then I get some butter and I grease my pan, and I then sear my chicken because I just want to seal in all the flavour. So while that pan's heating up, I'm going to chop up the red onion, and then I'm going to sear the chicken both sides, and I do put more seasoning on the back. That was a lot, but I do love my seasoning. I then go and chop up all of my vegetables. Once again, it's up to you what vegetables you want to use. Sometimes I also use pumpkin, and I usually have more garlic, but I didn't actually have it today. I only had like 3 cloves, but usually I put like a whole bulb of garlic in because I'm obsessed. And once I finish up chopping the vegetables, I then get my chicken stock, and I get some boiling water, place about a cup of water with my 2 chicken stock cubes, and let it dissolve while I'm preparing everything else. I then prepare my garlic and lemon, and then I also get my pressure cooker or slow cooker ready. So you can use either in this dish, but I'm using a pressure cooker today because I only had like an hour to cook this. But otherwise, yeah, either is fine, or even a casserole pot will work as well. You just have to cook it for longer. So I get all of my ingredients together. I put the red onion down the bottom, and then I layer the chicken on top. I then put the lemon juice over the top, and then I stuff the leftover lemon peel in the actual cavity. And then obviously I use all the juices because who doesn't want butter and spices in that dish? It's amazing. And then I go and put all of the vegetables in. I remember I forgot the mushrooms at this point, so I do actually add mushrooms as well. They were just sort of around the side. And then I add more lemon juice, I add a knob of butter, and I also add more garlic. And then I add the chicken stock, and then I add another 1 cup of water. I also want to add that I have added a couple of pinches of salt to this dish. I just didn't include it in the clip. So Himalayan salt, whatever salt you have on hand, is definitely amazing. And then also to thicken the dish, I actually use 2 teaspoons of buckwheat powder or buckwheat flour, and I mix it into a paste, and then I pour it into the dish, and this just really gives it a creamy sort of texture. And then obviously I add peppercorns, which Mitch got a massive bunch of last night. And my signature ingredient is apple cider vinegar, so I use 2 cupfuls of apple cider vinegar, or about 1 to 2 tablespoons. So this is what it looks like before it goes in. Boom. 45 minutes later, and I will give the big reveal. So good. Literally the meat just falls off the bone. I usually take off all of the bones, and then I cook some brown rice, quinoa, or you could even have it with zucchini noodles if you want, but this is literally my favourite dish, and it's so good for you, so many nutrients. It's perfect for winter as well, so I keep it in the fridge and then I put it into containers. Perfect for meal prep.